This is a T422 production.
If you want to talk some Simpsons, we do it with distinction. Insert brain here. With Springfield in our vision, our spirit is embiggened. Insert brain here. Flanders, Quimby, Otto, Man, the Hassa, Beam, a battle on. Insert brain here. We've got Simpsons to ponder. Here comes David and Connor. Insert brain here.
Welcome back to Insert Brain Here, a Simpsons podcast. I'm your host Connor, and with me, I think, is my co-host David.
That's me, so they keep telling me.
Today we're looking at Brother Can You Spare Two Dimes, the 24th episode of the third season of The Simpsons and the season finale. Original air date is August 27th, 1992.
Wow.
We're finally there. We're finally finishing season 3. David, I'm going to pay you $2,000 for a recap.
Yeah, because it's your fucking turn.
Yeah, I was going to say because you're living on the streets because of this podcast.
Aye.
You could have got in there with that intro, but I jumped the gun and beat you to it. So recap away.
Well, Connor, there's a routine physical exam at the Springfield nuclear power plant going on, which I'm quite surprised that would even be a thing, but sure.
I think it's probably a legal requirement. And Burns has
like
been caught out in the
fulfills
past.
any other legal requirement.
He must have been caught out in the past for not doing it, and now he has to. Which is why
he must.
This issue with Homer is only getting picked up on now.
True. So yes, Homer is now apparently sterile because of the exposure to radiation.
Yes.
Fearing a lawsuit of potentially millions, Mr. Burns is advised to give him a couple of thousand prize, essentially. Well, cash reward, essentially, to sign a waiver of some description.
Like an NDA.
Yeah. Homer is somewhat suspicious, weirdly enough. So Burns sort of hastily explains about the fact that he's won the inaugural Montgomery Burns Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence.
I can't believe you remembered that, David.
Not like I'm reading it.
I really can't believe it.
Yeah, I know. That's because
I'm not saying I'm impressed. I'm saying I literally do not believe that you've remembered that.
That's false. Closer would be an AI representation of me reading this out.
If it was an accurate AI representation, it would be like, what's the name of the dad again? Who's the bald guy?
Yeah, who's that dude? Homer wants to blow his $2,000 on a vibrating chair as a placement for the living room couch, which Bart and Lisa broke. In the background, I guess, we've got Herb telling us, that's Homer's half-brother, as you will remember, telling his sort of homeless friends his story and all that kind of stuff, and going off to Springfield because he sees in the newspaper about Homer.
Yes, he's recalling
looking to see if he can get some money.
He's recalling the events of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which was a season 2 episode.
Correct, yes. Upon seeing Homer in person, Herb punches him in the face, which makes sense, and gets back in a bit with the family. Nice to see everyone else. Still pissed off at Homer, and convinces them to up front the $2,000 for his prototype invention, which he uses Maggie to help design.
Mm-hmm.
And then he reveals it at a science convention, a baby science convention. I don't know what the fuck that convention was.
Science for babies, for some reason. There's a dog and a ball.
Yeah, and yeah, and it's a massive hit. Money's basically just getting thrown at him again, and he's rich basically. So he pays Homer's loan back and buys gifts for all the Simpson members. The main gift initially for Homer was the ability to call each other brother again.
Forgiveness.
And he also got him the vibrating chair.
Yeah.
And that was the end.
That's a very good recap, David. That was nice and concise.
It's almost like I've got a guide these days.
Were you a fan of this episode, David?
I thought it was okay. Maybe it was the setting I was watching it in, or maybe it was just the mind I was in at the time. I really am unsure. But I wasn't particularly too fussed one way or the other with this one, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought this one was great. I have to say, this might be one of the funniest episodes of the season. I was cackling away from the get-go. There's one part of the story
I cannot remember the rest of the episodes in this season, so I can't really comment on that.
That'll be great, David, for next week when we start our 2-week-long seasons recap and ranking. We go through all of season 3 and we rank all 24 episodes. We each have our own respective ranking.
Yeah.
And we'll do the bottom 12 next week and then the top 12 the week after that.
I'm looking forward to it.
I can tell. No, there's one issue that I have with this episode that I'll get into later on. But overall, I thought it was great. It made me long for another proper Herb Powell episode because I love the conjunction that he has with the family, their interactions.
All right, okay.
He really feels like a natural addition to the Simpsons family. You know, that dynamic?
Yeah.
And he shows up one other time, briefly. And it's way down the line, like more than 20 seasons after this.
Right. That's a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
I would say that this is definitely a better Herb episode than the last Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, I remember being kind of mixed on that one.
I would say it's a better episode than that. And I think, realistically, that it probably just is my sort of setting or mind's eye at the moment as to why I didn't really particularly one way or the other enjoy or not enjoy this episode. I thought there was definitely some funny bits in it. I do remember giving off a light-hearted chuckle every so often.
That's high praise.
Yeah, I wasn't easily amused this time around. I don't know why.
I think also, if I could cast my mind back to when we covered Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, I wish I'd had time to listen to that episode before we recorded this to kind of refresh myself on what our opinion was.
Yeah.
But I think, if memory serves, we liked the episode well enough. We liked the character of Herb, maybe. But we thought it wasn't a very funny episode, you know?
I think you liked the character Herb more than I liked the character Herb. I liked Danny DeVito.
Right, well, you didn't
and
like
I
the
think
character
he was
Herb.
great. He could be great in The Simpsons, and Herb could be great. But I didn't particularly. I thought he was a bit of a cunt in that episode, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Whereas I think maybe by the end of our episode talking about it, discussing it, I kind of turned around a little bit on my point of view and went, I kind of see where you're coming from a bit, but I'm still not so keen on him. Outside of that, I think we kind of settled on, we mostly liked Herb, but, and Danny DeVito, loved Danny DeVito, but the episode just didn't really have all that much structure about it. It like all 3 sections just kind of didn't fit all that well.
Yeah.
There was some random shit going on that made no sense. One of the issues, I'm sure, was why are you pinning all this on Homer when if one car's release is the make or break for your fucking business?
That was an issue that you had, that one bad car being released tanked an entire company.
Yeah.
And also that Homer kept saying that he wasn't up for it initially.
Yeah.
Because he has no experience in that field. And then the people who do have experience in that field are also saying that it's not going to work. It's Herb's hubris is what they should have called that episode, because that's what it's about, really.
Yeah, basically.
Maybe that's why this episode works a bit better. Because we're taking the character of Herb from a low point and building him back up, you know? He's getting back on his feet.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
Fuck.
Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's the theme for Eye on Springfield. It's a segment in this show in which I go over characters who've made their first appearance in this episode, and David scratches his head and scratches his balls at the same time and doesn't know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And David tries to guess who they are.
Yeah.
I'll see which version I go with in the edit. And if he gets them all
That's
right,
the one.
maybe there's a prize.
Maybe.
It's a big maybe.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay, David, who is Joe Frazier?
I recognise that name. Is he? I think he's a famous person, isn't he?
He's also in this episode.
Oh, there was a well-drawn guy hosting that the Montgomery Burns inauguration for excellence.
Fucked it.
Whatever. That he was hosting it, and he was suspiciously well drawn.
Are you talking about the first annual Charles Montgomery Burns Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence, David?
I am indeed. I'm talking about that ceremony that was going on, and it was being announced by a particularly well-drawn Simpsons character that I thought was somewhat suspicious. Would it be him?
Correct, David. Let me do that one again. Correct, David. I fucking stutter over the end. Correct. He presented Homer Simpson with the first annual Charles Montgomery Burns Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence, and later sympathised with his loss of the couch before fighting Barney.
Outside
the thing. He is a real person.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking Joe Frazier, a professional boxer.
Right. That was it.
David.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Leash Boy?
Are you just making shit up?
David, I'll tell you this. Leash Boy is in this episode. He plays a prominent role.
Hey, who the fuck is Leash Boy? Wait, let me think about this. Why is nothing coming to mind? Wait, there was a baby on a leash. Well, a toddler on a leash. Was it that boy? Is that Leash Boy? If it's not, I'm gonna fucking kill someone.
Who would you kill, David? Who would you kill?
Possibly you, depending on your answer.
Correct, David. That is right.
Cousin.
It's Elvis's pet boy, Leash Boy. No, that's correct, David.
Right. Fucking hell.
He's on the leash, and the baby translator says that he finds it demeaning.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one.
David, who is Frank Jr.?
Frank. Isn't Frank that scientist? Oh, he'd be the boy in the plane that goes flying out the window. And Mrs. Frank's going to kill him.
Good job, David. Correct. That's another one. My God, you're on the ball today. David, who is Gomer Pyle?
Gomer Pyle.
Oh, sorry, let me retract that. This isn't their first appearance.
Ah, right, okay. Well, that's fucking handy for me, because I am not sure. I'm drawing a blank.
David, who is Vince Carter?
Vince Carter?
I'll give you a hint. His voice is heard in the episode.
Right, so you never actually see a Vince Carter. Ah, that's handy. There wasn't... Oh, fuck. There wasn't like a fucking voiceover on the news or any of that pish for it. Wasn't Vince Carter on a broadcast or a news voiceover.
You can't see it right now, but I'm raising my eyebrows at David.
Wait, was it on one of the... There was like a television thing that was going on. Was it in the sort of like flashback of all the good moments Homer had with the couch?
Yes.
Was it one of the television sort of broadcast things? There was like the fucking holding hands around America or around the world or whatever it was, or around America.
You're along the right lines, David, but it's not that one.
Right. What was the other ones?
It's after that.
Oh, fuck. There's something fairly poignant going on, and Homer's like, boring, and then changes the fucking channel.
Yes.
It was in that one. Right. Oh, fuck my life. You're really torturing me today.
I'm helping you quite a bit, though. I'll give you a clue again.
Mm-hmm.
Vince Carter, we hear his voice. Character in the TV show that you're thinking of, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Homer switches to. I've already told you the name of the show. In this recording, I've said the name of the show.
Oh my Christ almighty. What the fuck?
Recently as well, not like at the beginning and during the intro.
Yeah. What was that fucking show?
It was a name.
Wasn't Frasier, was it?
What?
Because you said you said Joe Frazier, so I was thinking maybe you might have been just fucking thingman with me there about being Frasier.
the character in the show Frasier. No.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to put me out of my misery, mate. I've got nothing.
I've handed it to you on a platter. Are you kidding? You're right there.
No.
Vince Carter is a character in the TV show Gomer Pyle.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I said Gomer Pyle, and I was like, oh wait.
I didn't even know that was a fucking show.
Yeah, Gomer Pyle USMC. It's a 150 episode series. Yep.
Fair enough.
Dear God, that sucked the life out of me. Not in the good way
life
either.
out of you. You were just sitting watching me fucking struggle. I'm the one that was getting all the torment.
I had to spoon feed you potential answers, mate. I had to try and lead you, like leading the blind.
That's no different than normal.
David, who is Mickey Mouse Bum?
Oh, was that guy wasn't he the guy that was talking about ripping off the Mickey Mouse image and got sued to oblivion by Disney, even though he said, all right, I'll put his pants back on.
That's correct, David. That's the one.
Yeah.
David, who is Brian Dyson?
Who the fuck is Brian Dyson? Brian Dyson. Is that another person in in the flashbacks? The Zova?
Is that your final answer, David?
Yes.
No. Brian Dyson was the Coca-Cola USA president who was behind the New Coke campaign. One of the homeless guys said that he invented New Coke.
Yes.
And that's how he became homeless and lost everything. So it must be Brian Dyson.
So you're telling me?
That's the end of Ion Springfield.
No. You're telling me if I Google the people that were in this fucking show in this episode, that person is going to come up as Brian Dyson and not New Coke Bum or whatever.
I'm telling you, if you Google who invented New Coke, Brian Dyson's going to pop up.
That's not the same. That's not the same.
It's pretty close.
That's fucking Elvis.
Oh, that's the end of Iron Springfield.
Fucking hell. Never get a single good one.
You imagine if you'd figured out the Gomer Pyle one and you'd got them all right until then.
You'd never let it down. You'd never let go. You'd have fucking come up with this one and then you'd be like, David, who is, and then say someone else's name, and you'd be like, no, David, that's actually the inventor of the tiles in the background on the floor.
I could have probably found a real life invention that involved putting a dog in a ball and then found the inventor
Probably.
of that. But I didn't need to. I just did new
Yes.
Coke.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
David, I'll tell you what my one major issue with this episode is, right? Overall, I think it's great. I think it's very funny.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I just can't buy into,
Just the one.
just one, is Herb's stupid invention.
Yeah.
It reads babies' throat gurgling noises and then translates it,
Yep.
and like it's meant to mean something. And also, who wants their baby's voice, their newborn baby's voice, to be Danny DeVito? You know, I want the first voice that you associate with your little baby,
Boy
To
or
be-
girl as well.
boy or girl, to be Danny DeVito. I have soiled myself. Horrible.
Yeah.
And surely it would have, I'm reading into this too deep, but surely it would have some sort of a stunt as well on a child's development. You don't need to develop the ability to talk.
Yeah.
Because their baby noise, they don't need to try and communicate with people. Their baby noises are being read by this horrible machine.
It's also, at the very least, alluding to the fact that there's an overarching baby language
Yes.
that all babies just inherently know, which
Which means you must know it as a baby and then forget it as you grow up.
yeah.
Because we were all babies once.
Yeah. See, what I expected, because I didn't remember this episode particularly well.
Mm.
I didn't really remember the ending of this episode. I don't remember the ending now. But
And you just watched it.
I did indeed. When I was watching it, I was unsure how this was going to actually come about. I was unsure whether or not Herb was actually going to be successful or whether or not he was going to fail. And my reasoning for him failing is because he used one baby to create his machine, which means that baby is the only baby that actually you would maybe be able to decipher some of what they're saying from the machine.
If you're a good parent, you shouldn't need a machine to tell you that your baby needs to be fed.
Yeah, but I mean, we've already discussed the fact that Homer's neglectful as all hell. I don't think he even realizes half the time he's got Maggie.
But
And
Marge
Marge
does.
is an
Marge
alcoholic. A closet
She's a-
alcoholic.
Yeah, but she's a good mother to Maggie.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose.
Speaking of needing a machine to translate something, David, I've concocted a new machine that will help our podcast going forward.
What's that?
It translates the skittering little scabbering of 3 blind mice.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. In
We
their,
might
their,
actually be able to understand it instead of trying to interpret scratchings or sawdust.
they're going to squawk into it right now. The machine is next to you. David,
Oh, okay.
translate that trivia to me.
I will indeed. Now, considering this is an actively running show, I can imagine that this trivia could quite easily become wrong, but presumably is right up till this moment, and that is the baby translator is never seen again in the show.
Yeah, that's another thing that bothered me about it. That technology would be revolutionary,
That would be, yeah.
and it's just never brought up again. Also, can it only translate baby noises? Could you not use that same machine, that same thought process, and feed it noises of people who are mute or have lost the ability to talk and infer what they're saying?
You were thinking that, which is like a genuine humanitarian aid. And I was thinking, hey, you could actually translate the aliens easier.
The aliens?
You know, you've got the aliens on the Simpsons and stuff.
Kang and Kodos?
Yeah.
Kang and Kodos speak English.
Yeah, but I mean, there's the other aliens.
Like
You've got
any
the-
God-fearing American. They came to this country and they learned English, David.
I don't think Kang and Kodos are a euphemism for Mexicans crossing the border, you know.
Let me tell you, that machine can translate a lot of gibberish, but it can't translate no Mexican.
Okay, no. Oh, you're sounding more and more American by the minute.
What a sick, twisted country.
I know. The idea for the Spine Melter 2000 was based on one of the writers who bought a vibrating chair to relax after 20 hours a day on the episode.
20 hours a day?
Apparently, yes. Now, the next bit of trivia I will read right now, because that kind of seems like that might explain the 20 hours a day.
I was going to say 20 hours a day is only half what we put into each episode of this podcast.
Phew.
We're working 40-hour days here to put out one 30-minute episode every month.
That we are. Unusual for the show at the time, the episode was broadcast on August 27th, 92, as opposed to May. Now, this was because Fox Network decided to add an extra episode to the season for the summer. As a result, the entire production crew had to work longer hours than usual to be able to finish this episode.
What a weird choice to make, to just be like, tag on another episode.
Yeah.
This season as well was already one episode longer, I think, than the previous, wasn't it? Season 2 was 22 and this is 24.
Yeah. Yeah, it is already longer. It's the longest season so far. There was originally a joke in the script that I'm going to say predicted in inverted commas here, because let's face it, the Soviet Union was on its way out. But predicted the breakup of the Soviet Union. However, as the Soviet Union already broke up between the writing of the script and the actual airing of the episode, the joke was scrapped. Presumably, I would say this is 25 upvotes, but I would say, or helpful likes, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
I would say
the rats are upvoting the trivia now? How are there 25 upvotes on the trivia, David? Why did 25 people say it was helpful? Are these rats, are these three blind mice working for other people?
The three blind mice are a cabal of studying monk mice, and the blind mice, similar to when you read the Elder Scrolls, it makes you blind. That's the same thing. It's the same thing.
They read Simpsons trivia and they go blind.
They do. They become the new blind mouse.
Similar to Skyrim as well. That's why we needed a machine to translate their whispers. Their voices are so powerful with trivia. If they speak at full volume, it would destroy the world. It
would destroy everything.
And you can take that to the bank, the blind mouse bank, and cash it for trivia. Oh, I guess you wouldn't cash it for trivia because it is trivia. You can
you cash it for cash, I guess.
Put it in your account or something.
Yeah, then you can slap someone in the forehead with a piece of plastic and instant trivia through their head. Contactless.
Oh, I'm glad we're expanding the stupid fucking mouse lore.
Yeah. The decision to dedicate Herb one more episode was made after many viewers were unhappy about the ending of the episode Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?, in which Herb became bankrupt. At the end of that episode, he was going to say, I have an idea, hinting that he found a way to regain his fortune, but that never came about.
You were among the people who didn't like the ending of that episode, right?
I am indeed. I'd say this episode has a better ending than Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I think Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is... it has its stronger points, and I wasn't a massive fan of the episode either.
You know, we both ranked it quite high in our season's ranking.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know why.
Danny DeVito for me. I'm pretty sure in my notes, which I do have, just not right here, but
Yeah, I know the exact
In my
note you
notes,
said Danny
It
fucking
is
DeVito.
Danny fucking DeVito, yes.
Yeah, I listened to that episode recently because I'm doing a special re-edit release on YouTube, David.
Ooh.
It's going to come with a visualizer now of what our each respective ranking is. It's being worked on actively.
As it has been since fucking 2014.
I've taken over your project,
Yeah.
and I've
My
looked at the
passion
notes
project, you mean?
and went, "This is a blank sheet of paper."
The title is based on the Depression-era song "Brother, Can You Spare a Dime?" with lyrics by Yip Harburg and music by Jay Gorney. And apparently that was in
Harburg?
roughly... yes, Harburg.
Yep, Harburg.
Yip Harburg.
I tell you, if I had the first name Yep, I'd be going through a Great Depression as well.
Yeah.
Who are you, Aang from The Last Airbender?
Yip.
You telling Appa to yip yip?
The song aired in originally in 1931. So, pretty old song.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and it's featured in The Simpsons prior to this episode in the naming of it anyway. That song had previously been sung by Mr. Burns in 2 Cars in Every Garage and 3 Eyes in Every Fish back in season 2.
A low ranking episode, if I remember correctly, on both of our lists.
Yeah, it was actually. Our lists didn't differ too much, to be fair. They were kind of there was a couple of polarizing ones, and then that was about it. The scene where Homer first tries out the massage chair references Dave's trip through the Stargate in 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
David, I think I might have notes.
Oh no! We've
I
left
know,
them so late in this episode.
I really have. Alright. Keep going with your trivia. I do have notes. I'm sorry, audience. I'm sorry, David. I did remember to take notes, and then I did remember to look at them 10 minutes before the end of this recording.
The comment, "I guess there's nothing in that black bag for me," from Homer to Herb is an obvious nod to The Wizard of Oz 1939, in which Dorothy was quoted saying the same thing.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, I never picked up on that at the time either, to be fair.
Which is strange because we've covered The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, we have actually. Yeah, the 1939 Wizard of Oz, yeah.
We covered it in our other podcast, Movie House, which
Yes.
is available on YouTube.
Oh yes, it is only on YouTube.
It's a YouTube channel exclusive.
When Joe Fraser announces that Homer is the winner of the first annual Montgomery Burns Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence, the orchestra plays the Simpsons theme.
I did pick up on that.
Yeah.
Mainly because I think I've heard the Simpsons theme played by an orchestra like that. I don't know if it's that exact recording, but I've heard it somewhere in the show. I want to say it might have been like the DVD menu for season 3, maybe used that scene somewhere in it.
Yeah.
Who could say?
Not us.
Nope.
Akira appears as a furniture salesman in this episode, and this marks the 3rd job he has had so far. He was a waiter in One Fish, Two Fish, Blowfish, Bluefish, and a karate instructor in When Flanders Failed.
I'm glad that this job diversifies his portfolio away from just being like Asian stereotypes.
Yeah, because it was a
sushi waiter. Chef.
Yeah, it was a sushi restaurant. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad it does. I was going to say the only thing is I didn't notice if there was any like bamboo furniture in the background or anything, but...
Oh, Someone go
don't think
back and
there
have a
was.
look. I'm sure there is. They'll call it like Big Panda Furniture or some horrible nonsense.
If you ever wanted to know, the hymn played when Herb presses the doorbell button for the Flanders home is "A Mighty Fortress is Our God."
I did not want to know that.
I'm glad.
Please resend that piece of trivia.
Done. Homer's line, "Excuse me while I kiss the sky," is from Jimi Hendrix's Purple Haze.
Lots of references in this episode to other things.
Yeah. The scene in which Homer flips the switch that turns on the Christmas sign was created via animatics.
Alright. You're the animation expert here, David.
It would help if I remember the episode.
Very
or the
good.
scene, or even the show.
Well,
The who?
wait, what's going on over there? One of the three blind mice has chewed through the cables of the machine that translates their whispers.
Huh. Almost like they never wanted it in the first place.
They've said they should have control over their own voices. I mean, it's hard to argue with them.
Mostly because they're now unintelligible three blind mice.
Whoa, I didn't say they weren't intelligent.
Unintelligible. We don't have a machine.
This guy, he'll say anything.
We have a plugless machine that we couldn't possibly put the plug back on for.
You're like the mouse version of Charlie Kirk. Bang! Oh my god, oh. They just
Mate,
shot a bit of spiky cheese through your neck.
mate, during the time we started this and now is when he died.
We're a lot like the Simpsons. We predicted it.
We did indeed. And then released the episode after it.
My god, you've got... What's that French cheese? Camembert?
Camembert, yeah.
Camembert. You've got camembert squirting out of your neck.
It's not good. I don't like camembert.
I've never tried it. I like brie.
Yeah. You have tried camembert?
I have?
Yeah.
When did
don't
I
think you
try?
like it.
The cheese from under your foreskin doesn't count, mate.
Are you accusing me of being French?
I mean, you were waving a white flag. I don't know what to tell you. You were waving a white flag and yelling, "Sacre bleu, no teeth."
No, that was definitely not the time that I was talking about. Mostly because it never happened, but you know.
David, that's the end of Three Blind Mice trivia.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Did you notice that in the Hands Across America flashback, Helen Lovejoy has pink hair?
I did not. No.
I didn't include that in Boyish Who Wrote Someone Got Fired for That Blunder, the segment of this show where we look at errors in the show, in the episode that we're covering.
Mm-hmm.
Because it might have been intentional.
Yeah, might have been, yeah.
This episode marks, as far as I could tell, the first fourth wall break in The Simpsons.
All right.
It's when Homer looks down the barrel of the camera and says that he can't imagine his life getting any worse before Mr. Burns calls him to his office.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually, yeah.
There's a sequence in this episode that potentially inspired the opening credits of Family Guy.
No.
At the Burns Awards ceremony.
Oh, yes.
There's all these dancers with like gold leotards with tails and top hats on,
Yeah.
and stairs that go up. And they're doing dance moves and they're singing a song that's very similar to Family Guy's opening credits.
Yeah.
Lisa receives a copy of Less Than Zero.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to point that out because it's a book I've read. I've actually cracked that open and read it beginning to end. You can probably see it. It's on that shelf up there behind me right now. It's a Bret Easton Ellis novel.
All right.
Who also went on to write American Psycho.
Nice.
But I cannot imagine Lisa enjoying American Psycho.
I cannot imagine that either.
One of the homeless guys, I can't remember if I included this in Ion Springfield. One of the homeless guys looks like Charlie Chaplin.
I don't think he did in Iron Springfield, and yes, he does.
I considered including it. I think I looked up, I was like, what's Charlie Chaplin's birth name? And it was Charles Chaplin, and I went, well, I can't say that because you'll know. So I just left it. If his birth name was like Humford Endersby, I would have been like,
he'd have been in there.
In there.
Like, perfect.
Tell me you didn't know Charlie Chaplin's birth name?
What,
or you been living under a rock or something?
You living under a bridge or something?
Isn't it weird? Right? Flanders takes in this vagrant, cleans him up, gives him a suit, and never once thinks, this guy looks just like Homer. I mean, they're like identical.
Yeah, it's just the hair that's the difference, isn't it?
And Herb's a bit thinner.
Well, yeah, I suppose he is, actually, yeah.
And my final note on this episode, and on this season, is I love the bit where Lenny turns up to the physical with no underwear on.
Nice.
And he asks Homer if he can borrow his underwear, and he goes, no. Just thinks about it for a second.
Yeah.
Mulls it over for a brief moment. Alright, that's all my notes.
Very good.
David, what's your one bit of animation that you actually quite liked?
Oh, my one bit of animation.
Sorry, I was overtaken by the power of a leprechaun there. I had to do my I had to pull out my famous Irish accent.
Was that what that was?
That was my famously accurate Irish accent.
Oh, very good. There's another country that hates us.
I have a certain set of skills. That's Liam Neeson.
Shit.
Name another Irish actor.
Colin Farrell.
I'm the Penguin. I'm stuck in a phone booth. Remember that movie, Phone Booth?
I do,
There you go.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
You can find out more.
Bit of animation.
You can find out more about the fucking lost about the cinematic history of Ireland on our other podcast.
Top of the morning to you.
Oh, that's racist, David. You can't say that. Or xenophobic or something. That's unlucky.
What the fuck were you just doing?
Our other podcast, Fictúrlin, which is how you say cinema in Irish Gaelic.
Oh my gosh.
Check out that podcast, whatever I said it was. David, what's your one bit of animation that you actually quite liked?
Well, Connor, my one bit of animation that I actually quite liked, as I'm pretty sure you could probably guess, is Homer's seat in the Spine Melter 2000.
Oh, of course. The
I
2001
love
A Space Odyssey reference.
Exactly. I love the distorting stretch of Lisa and Bart's face and everything, and the psychedelic colors and the big close up shot of Homer's eye as it polarizes in color changing.
Yeah,
it's really good. I think it's a cracking little sequence.
it's definitely the standout for this episode, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, David, do you have any final thoughts on this episode?
There was a couple of points that I actually quite liked in this episode as like just standalone things. One of them was the
I'm sorry, I'm just in shock. This has never happened before. Where I've been like, any final thoughts on the episode? It's usually no. No final thoughts, no first thoughts, no thoughts at all.
Connor, we are however many episodes in, and I've never yet had a thought.
You improvised something in this episode. I can't remember what it was because it's left my brain, but you did improvise something.
I know.
So that was the thing with the mice. You improvised that bit of backstory about the mice. My God.
Yeah.
This might be the worst episode yet.
Yep. 2 brain malfunctions from David. No, one of the things I liked about this was the when Herb. Well, actually, it's right at the same bit, and when he goes to the Flanders house and then gets accepted and cleaned up and in a suit, and then given a hearty wave away. That scene where Herb's walking about 2 feet down the street, but it looks like he's walking off, and you get the beautiful sunset in the background, and sort of the family. The angle of the shot is really like homeward boundy sort of, you've got the family there all waving bye and all that kind of stuff.
It's like Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah. So I like that. And then obviously when he gets to the Simpsons house and Homer answers the door, he punches him in the face. I just love the fact that Homer drops like a sack of potatoes. He's just out cold on the welcome mat.
I do think it is kind of a missed narrative opportunity to never have Homer meet Herb as he is when he's homeless. Like, he sees him cleaned up, so he looks like he did in the previous season. He doesn't actually get to see him down and out.
Yeah. I like the down and out scenes where they're down sitting under the railway bridge and all that kind of stuff. I
almost wish there was more of that in the episode.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think there's, personally, I would say that it's a good episode overall, but I think that a bit of tweaking to the story would have probably done it some justice, because it could have been a really good episode.
Here's a concept for you, right? What if you drop the opening stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Herb seeing Homer in the newspaper and already having his idea, what if Homer happens across Herb homeless?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's the one who, Herb's like totally given up and resigned himself to this life, and Homer sort of redeems himself by helping Herb out, even though initially Herb doesn't want him to help, because he's like, you'll probably make me worse off, even though that's not possible.
Yeah, that would be good, actually. And then you could also have in there in the moment where he's like, you would probably make things worse, and then the joke be that it instantly already just got a little bit worse. Like, I don't know, he's biting a sandwich and a rat steals the meat out of the sandwich or something.
Or he has a shack, like a homeless person's shack, and Right afterwards, Homer accidentally knocks it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knocks it down and it slides into a river and gets washed downstream. And the little possessions that he did have are now gone.
Exactly. It would humanize Herb in The Simpsons sort of eyes, I think. Sort of at the moment, he's just sort of like a well-dressed, well-presented guy who's coming to seemingly looking like he needs no assistance financially, but coming to say, give me the small amount of money you managed to get.
And this is a single income household with 3 kids.
Yeah. And because of the escapades of Homer, Bart, and not very often the rest, but usually Homer and Bart, the savings have taken a massive hit repeatedly.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that in the Monopoly game, Herb gets bankrupted by Lisa.
He's that bad at business.
He is.
That he bankrupts himself even in Monopoly.
Yeah.
All right, David. I think it's time for us to wrap it up there.
I think so.
This has been Insert Brain here, a Simpsons podcast. I've been your host, Connor, and with me, the Improv King, has been David.
That's been me.
Ooh. You can check out this podcast on Instagram at Insert Brain Here Pod. You can check us out on YouTube at T for 22 Productions. Also check out our other podcast that we don't really do anymore, Movie House.
But it's on hiatus. That's
forever.
what we keep saying.
You can join us next week when we'll be covering the season ranking and recap for season 3.
Yes.
It's going to be an interesting one, considering we started this season more than a year ago.
Yes, we did.
But once we start season 4, I'm telling you, week after week.
Some technical and some personal difficulties were had.
And then we also just couldn't be fucked.
Combined with that.
Rate this podcast 5 stars, give it a thumbs up and a subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, etc. and so forth. And that's it.
Yeah. We're not doing the smell you later, are we?
We'll
smell you later.
Smell you later. There we go. T for 22 Productions, honey boy.